Hello, my name is Dr. J. Welcome back to Mind Over Aquariums. Do you or anyone you know suffers from depression and also a fish keeper? Let's dive into that subject. One of the most frustrating experiences in fish keeping is loving the hobby, but not having the energy for it. So what happens when you're struggling to care, not because you don't want to, but because you're struggling emotionally? One of the most difficult parts of depression is that it can affect things you genuinely love. People often assume that when someone stops engaging in a hobby, they've lost interest. That's not necessarily true. Depression works differently. Sometimes the interest is still there, the attachment is still there, the love of the hobby is also still there. What's missing is the emotional energy. Tasks that once felt manageable can start feeling overwhelming. Water changes, tank maintenance, researching fish health, even simple routines such as feeding the fish can feel difficult. And for many fish keepers, that creates something else: guilt. Because the fish still needs care, the tanks still need your attention, and people often begin criticizing themselves, thinking, I should be doing more, I should be enjoying this. Why can't I just get motivated? Depression isn't laziness, and it isn't a lack of caring. In fact, many people struggling with depression care very deeply. They're simply carrying more emotional weight than others can see. One of the psychological symptoms often associated with depression is something called anhedonia. Anhedonia is the reduced ability to experience pleasure from things that once brought us joy. And that can affect hobbies too, even hobbies we love. Which means sometimes the struggle isn't fish keeping, the struggle is depression. The passion is still there, the energy isn't. Fish keeping can provide something valuable: routine, structure, responsibility. Even on difficult days, the fish still need to be fed. The tank still exists. And sometimes that small sense of purpose can matter. Not because fish keeping cures depression, it actually doesn't, but because it can provide moments of connection during a time when people feel disconnected. Depression can make caring feel difficult, but difficulty caring is not the same thing as not caring. And that's an important difference. So if you've ever struggled to keep up with your tanks while dealing with depression, guess what? You're not alone. The fact that you're worried about caring may actually say something important. Sometimes the struggle isn't fish keeping. Sometimes it's everything you're carrying outside the tank. Thank you for listening. Again, my name is Dr. J. Be mindful. Take care. Until next time.